students. So students, in the previous class we were talking about in the chapter microorganism about that how these microorganisms they are useful. So we have already discussed about that the microorganisms are of different types, and we have also seen we were talking about that how this microorganism provide benefit to us, how this microorganism are useful to us. So if we talk about the usefulness of the microorganism, so we will see here the first usefulness, first useful method thing that is what it is used. So it is used for the commercial uses, and when we are talking about the commercial uses, we have seen that it is used for making the food things like. Microorganisms are there which is used for making curd. So here a bacteria is there. This bacteria is known as lactobacillus. Now what is the role of the lactobacillus? So basically this lactobacillus, it is present in the milk, it is present in the curd actually, and what happened when a small amount of a curd is mixes with the lukewarm milk, then this lactobacillus which is present in the milk will react with the casein of the milk, the lactobacillus which is present in the curd, that will react with the casein which is present in the milk, and due to this reaction between the lactobacillus and that of the casein, there is a formation of a curd, or we can say that the whole milk get converted into the curd. So here a bacteria is there which is responsible for the formation of the curd. So this is the first use. Second use we have seen the student, it helps in the formation of the bread. How? You see that there are fungi like that of a yeast is there, which we call as a singular or a unicellular organism. It used to mix with that of the dough. Which dough? The dough which we want to make bread. So we used to mix this yeast with that of the dough, baking soda and water. Okay, we use the flour and we just make the dough with all these things. Now, when we keep this dough for a period of a time, then what happens? This yeast helps in the formation of the alcohol, and also there is a release of carbon dioxide. Now, the release of the carbon dioxide will makes a hole in that of the dough, and due to which it makes the dough very soft, very fluffy. Now yeast is not only responsible for making the bread, students, but it is also used for making the alcoholic beverages. So basically this yeast, when it is mixed with the substance, then what happens? It will react and help in the formation of the alcohol, and carbon dioxide is also released with it. So we can say that because of the process of fermentation, the alcohol is released. So by this we have understood here that microorganisms are also used for the commercial purpose. There are some other microorganisms like that of algae is there, which is used in making toothpaste. Fungi is also there, which is also used in bacteria is there, which is also used in making vinegar, as well as seaweeds are there, that is used that is an edible one, the person they used to eat it. So this is a kind of a commercial uses of the microorganism, students. Now moving on, and we will going to see the next one, that okay, we have seen that how the microorganism are benefit for a person in a way by using it in a commercial purpose. Now let us see that how this microorganism also help in providing or also used in making the antibiotics. So medicinal uses of the microorganism. Medicinal uses. medicinal uses of a microorganism. So some of the microorganism is there which is used for making the medicine, especially preparation of antibiotic. Preparation of antibiotics. So antibiotics are basically made up of the microorganism. There are certain bacteria. So preparation of antibiotic, there are certain bacteria, there are certain fungi which is used in preparing the antibiotics. So we can write it here, that is certain bacteria and fungi are used to prepare medicine called antibiotics. So certain bacteria and fungi is there which is there in order to prepare medicine, and this medicine is called as the antibiotic. So we can define here that antibiotics are what? This is the medicine only. Okay, that is used in order to kill the disease causing microorganism. Now you can see here fungi, bacteria are used in making the antibiotics. Okay, now these antibiotics help in the killing that of the microorganism or help in preventing the disease causing microorganism to attack a person. Okay, so on the basis of that we can define antibiotics. So antibiotics are the medicines that destroy disease causing microorganism. Okay, so antibiotics are what? These are the medicines that will help in preventing the disease causing microorganism to attack a person. So they are used for this. Now not only this, but they are also here to control the diseases which occur in that of the plants or the animals, and these are there are a lot of antibiotics are there, like streptomycin is there, tetracycline is there. These all are used to protect a person from any kind of a disease. So we can write it that they are used to control some diseases in plants, and animals. Okay, so they are used in order to control the diseases that occur in plants and animals. Let us see what are the different examples of the antibiotics, students. So example of antibiotics are streptomycin, penicillin, then tetracycline, and erythromycin also, and erythromycin. are what? These are the some of the kind of the antibiotics, some of the examples of the antibiotics, and they all do the one function, and that is they used to protect a person from the microorganism that can causes the diseases. Now let us try to understand here, that is how we can prepare a vaccine, how preparation of vaccine occurs. How preparation of vaccine occur. Preparation of a vaccine. Now microorganisms are basically used to prepare the microorganism. And what is a vaccine? Vaccine is actually a special type of a medicine which is there to protect as well as to increase the immunity of a body against any disease causing microorganism or any kind of a disease. So we can write it here, that is basically microorganisms are used for making the vaccine. Microorganisms are also used to make vaccine, in order to protect us from several types of diseases. So microorganisms are used in making the vaccine which help us in protecting any kind of a disease or several kind of a disease. So on the basis of that, now we can define that what is vaccine. So a vaccine is a special type of medicine. A vaccine is a special type of medicine which provide protection, or increase our immunity, against a particular disease. Okay, so vaccine is a special type of a medicine which provide protection, as well as it also help in increasing the immunity of a person. It increases give strength to that of the immune system, and due to which the person's immunity got increased. So it will help in increasing the immunity against a kind of a disease. Here, whenever we are talking about a disease, so a particular type of a disease means every disease is having its own vaccine. Okay, and that vaccine is especially for that, specially made up for a particular type of a disease here. Okay. So vaccine for a particular disease is vaccine for a particular disease is often made from weakened or dead microbes. Okay, so vaccine, it is made for any kind of a disease, for a particular disease. It is basically made up of the dead microbe. It is basically made up of a weak microbe which causes diseases. Okay, so vaccine is there, it is made for a particular disease, and this will help this vaccine will help in protecting a person. Basically, it is made up of by the weakened or that of the dead microbe which causes the disease. Okay, so what happened here, actually when we are talking about the preparation of the vaccine, what is a vaccine? I told you that it is a kind of a vaccine is basically it is a kind of or a special type of a medicine is there which help in protecting the body from a particular type of a disease. Now this vaccine, if I am saying that it is made up of a dead microbe, so basically it is made up of a very weak microbe or a dead microbe. Now when this weak microbe is introduced in our body, then what happens? Now when it gets introduced in our body, at that time our immune system is not able to recognize. It means that our immune system becomes ready to recognize, and after recognizing that particular type of a disease causing microbes, it starts producing antibodies. Okay, now during that, what happened? Till that, this microbe starts working on the body. Okay, and due to the production of these antibiotics, what happened? Result is the fever. Okay, and just because of that, after vaccination, a person got fever. Okay, so it is because these microbes, they enter and our immune system start producing the antibodies. Now what happened with the second time, that where now this immune system already had recognized this microbe, already very well known about this microbe. So the second time when these microbes attack on a person, then our immune system is now ready to fight with this disease and help us in protecting from that particular disease. So vaccination is done in order to produce the antibodies in our body, so that our body is able to fight in future if a microbe like this will going to attack in our body. Remember that vaccination or a vaccine is for a particular type of a disease. One vaccine is for one particular disease. It is not for the every diseases. Okay, so let me write it, that what happened when we inject or when we introduce the vaccine in our body. So we can write it here, that is when it is introduced in the body, of a healthy person, what happened then? Then we used to do it either by swallowing it or by injecting. So person either by swallowing or through injection, or through injection, then body starts producing antibodies. It starts producing antibodies to fight against the disease. To fight against that particular disease, that particular type of a disease. Okay. So this is the first thing that happened here, that when this the microbes, when this dead microbes in the form of a vaccine, it is introduced, injected or swallowed, or it enters into the body, then what happened? Then these are the microbes, so our immune system becomes active and they start producing antibodies in order to fight with these microbes. Now you will say that why we are injecting the microbes? They can harm us. Actually, the effect of these microbes are very less because they are very weak microbes, or even they are dead microbes. So they will not going to affect that much to our body, and it is because of that we use the weak or the dead microbes. When these microbes enter, our antibodies becomes, our immune system becomes active and it starts producing antibodies. Now these antibodies help in fighting against the disease by that particular type of a microbe. Okay, so that particular type of a microbe can cause the disease, so antibodies are produced by immune system which help in killing that microbes, or which help in protecting the our body from that particular type of a disease caused by the microorganism. Now this antibodies, it is present in our body, and the next time when the microorganism actually attack to our body, these antibodies are ready to respond and fight against them. So we can write it here, that is these antibodies remain in the body and protect the body from future attack. Protect the body from future attacks. So basically it helps in protecting the body from future attack by the same microbe. By the same microbes. Some of the example of these common diseases, that is smallpox, then chickenpox, then polio, then cholera, then typhoid, cholera, typhoid, then hepatitis. So these all are what? These are some of the diseases which is caused by the microorganism, and we have developed the vaccine which help in protecting from these diseases. Okay, so they can be prevented, etc. can be prevented by vaccination. They can be prevented through vaccination. So this is how we can prevent the vaccine. Here, Edward Jenner was the person who has discovered the vaccine for the smallpox. Now this is the medicinal uses of the microorganism. Let us try to understand some of the other medicinal uses of the microorganism. So we have seen here that microorganism help in making the antibiotic, microorganism help in making the vaccine. Now we will see the microorganism, how the other uses of the microorganism occur here. So the first one is the bacteria and yeast are used for making vitamin B complex, then insulin is obtained from bacteria, and this insulin is used for diabetic patient. Okay, for diabetic, used by diabetic patients. Okay, so these are some of the other medicinal uses of the microorganism. So we have seen that how we can use the microorganism. Now let us see that microorganism is not only used for the commercial, for the medicinal uses, but it is also used for the agriculture purpose. So let us see that how we can use microorganism in agriculture also. If we are talking about the agriculture, it means that should be good for our crops. So agricultural uses of the plant of the microorganism. So here the first one I should write, that is blue-green algae and rhizobium. Help in fixing atmospheric nitrogen and enrich the soil. Okay, this will helps in increasing So basically blue-green algae is there and rhizobium. Rhizobium is found in the root nodules of the leguminous plant, and we all are knowing that it is what? It is a kind of a nitrogen fixating bacteria. Nitrogen fixing bacteria. Who is that? That is rhizobium, which help in fixing the nitrogen and thus help in increasing the fertility of the soil.